Yo, what's going on, guys? Joey Shirkenbuck is back here with another video for you guys. And guys, it is Saturday night, and I'm going to be giving you my game picks for Week 7 of the 2021 NFL season. So, let's jump right on into it. Coming up with our first game, no London game this weekend, we have the 3-3 Panthers at the 1-5 Giants. So the Panthers started off very strong. They have been stifling the past few weeks. They have not been doing well at all. They've lost 3 in a row. Defense was great the first 3 weeks. It has gone silent the last 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. Darnold, too, got off to a great start. He's been struggling lately. So the Panthers are in a skid right now, big time. They need to get it back on track. I think this is a perfect game for them to get it back on track because the Giants suck. That take by me that the Giants were getting slept on, that is not verified well. They're awful. It's in New York. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I think the Panthers get a bounce-back win here. I'm going to go with Carolina, 27-17. Next game, guys, we have the 1-4 Jets at the 2-4 Patriots. So the Jets, trash. It's just they really have no one. I mean, their offense has pieces, I guess. I mean, Jamison Crowder's decent. But I guess Denzel Mims is okay, but they have no offensive line, and Zach Wilson literally throws a pick every pass attempt, or at least every other pass attempt. And the last time we played the Patriots, he had like his first, 2, maybe even 3 passes were interceptions. It was ridiculous. So yeah, Zach Wilson having a very tough rookie year. I mean, yes, he has a terrible team around him, but he is underperformed for sure. Patriots, meanwhile, struggling. Their defense just is not been playing well, and I just stand by the fact of how overhyped it is. You know how much I love Judon, and he's been really good, actually. Judon's been excellent, but besides that, their defense just has a lot of holes. Their secondary is not as good as it used to be, and I just think their front 7 besides Judon is it's okay. It's not great. It's in New England, though, and the Patriots, of course, coming out that overtime loss to the Cowboys last weekend. I'm going to go with the Patriots here. The Jets, I have no faith in them. Patriots are going to be mad after losing to the Cowboys. They're at home. I'm going to go with New England here, guys. 30-14. Next game, yeah, this should be a very good game. 3-3 Chiefs at the 4-2 Titans. So, Chiefs, man, 3-3. What is going on here? And again, they beat the football team last week, but they still are not looking remotely the same. Mahomes threw at least 2 picks, might even have thrown 3, and one of them was just one of the stupidest decisions he's ever made. They haven't looked the same on offense. Their defense has been their defense was better last week, to be fair. But in general, their defense has been awful. Titans, meanwhile, coming off a crazy win against the Bills. I mean, that game lived up to its expectations, maybe even exceeded them. I thought it was going to be a good game. It was a really, really good game. So the Titans' defense is awful, but now I know they did make the stop on 4th down to win the game for the Titans, but their defense is just not good at all. And honestly, guys, I still just think the Titans are really, really overrated. They have no defense, and as dangerous as their offense is, it can't play catch-up forever. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. I think the Chiefs are the better all-around team. And yes, they haven't looked the same on offense, but the Titans' defense is not going to be a team that stops their offense, I don't think. As far as I know, everyone's healthy on offense for the Chiefs as well. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs here, guys. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be high-scoring. I mean, 2 of bottom 5 defenses. I can't see this game not being high scoring. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here, guys, and a shootout 38-35. Next game, guys, we have the 2-4 football team at the 5-1 Packers. So the football team have been a big disappointment this year. Not to my disappointment, because I thought they were really overrated going into the season, especially their defense. It's been awful. Packers, meanwhile, 5-1. I don't think they're playing like a dominant 5-1 team, but they're pretty good. And again, they rebounded well after the Week 1 loss to the Saints, blowout loss. Offense has been up and down. Rodgers definitely not having the same year as last year, but again, no player can do that really. But, again, it's been up and down. They've had a lot of injuries. I know Jair Alexander's still on IR. I think their linebackers in the secondary have had other injuries, and their offensive line has been depleted. I don't know when Bakhtiari is coming back. I think it's soon, actually. But besides that, I mean, I think Billy Turner's had injury issues. Elton Jenkins has had injury issues. So, yeah, their offensive line, when healthy, it's good, but it can't stay healthy. That's a big issue right now. And, of course, they really miss Corey Linsley, but he, too, had a hard time staying healthy. In Green Bay, I could see this game being close. The Packers always have a habit of playing down to bad teams for whatever reason, so I don't see this game being a blowout, but I am going to go with the Packers here. They're the much better all-around team. I'm going to go with Green Bay here, guys, 24-16. Next game, guys, we have the 2-3 Falcons at the 1-5 Dolphins. God, Boris Norad's finest. Falcons 2-3. I mean, they're not good. They're not terrible, I guess. Dolphins, another take of mine that did not verify well. I was high on the Dolphins. They could not have been more disappointed. They won their first game against the Patriots. They've lost 5 in a row since then. They have been awful. They just lost to the Jaguars last weekend. I mean, come on. Yes, they had injuries, but I don't know what's going on with the Dolphins. So, this is just a rumor, and again, it settled down. I mean, there were rumors going on midweek, and I haven't heard anything for a couple days. But apparently, Deshaun Watson is still looking to be traded, and apparently the Dolphins are the front runners to trade for him. And honestly, at this point, I think they should. I was trying to give Tagovailoa a break, and I was kind of thinking maybe he'll improve. I just don't think he's the answer. I mean, he's okay, but he is not the real deal, at least for now. And he just makes some really boneheaded decisions. And I think that the Dolphins need a proven, experienced quarterback if they even want a chance at turning their season around. I don't think it's going to be this year regardless, but if they want to be a solid team for the future, they might need a new quarterback. So I think they should trade for Deshaun Watson. I think they should make the move. And then defensively, Xavier Howard was out last week. I think Byron Jones was out last week too. So yes, their defense was depleted, but their defense, even when healthy, has been underperforming. So yeah, the Dolphins need to get it together, but I don't think it's going to be the case this year. But I am going to go with the Dolphins here. I think the Falcons will get out to a lead, but choke it because that's what the Falcons do. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here, guys. I think they get a quote-unquote rebound win, 27-24. Next game, guys. Oh, here we go. What a game this is going to be. 4-2 Bengals at the 5-1 Ravens. So, Bengals 4-2, definitely overperforming. They've been up and down. I'm still a little skeptical on them, and I've probably said this a couple times, but I think this is going to be the Bengals' real test. They had a really close loss to the Packers, and they gave them a lot of competition. They easily could have won, but they didn't. But they've also played some bad teams. So if the Bengals, I think, the way I see it, if the Bengals can go into Baltimore and beat the red-hot Ravens have won 5 in a row since losing to the Raiders in Week 1, then I'm convinced that they're the real deal. I know it seems like I'm moving the goalposts here, but I'm still a little skeptical on the Bengals. I think they have pieces, and I think they could be good in the future. I still don't think they're that good. I still think they have a lot of holes. Their offensive line is kind of trash, and their secondary is not good. Their front four is very good, but their secondary is not that good. But I could see the Bengals winning this game. But I'm not gonna. I can't predict them to win this game. It's gonna be close, I think. But the Bengals, when was the last time they went into Baltimore and won? It's been quite a long time. I trust Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson. Fun fact, although Burrow was a rookie last year and Jackson was in his third year, I think Burrow is technically older than Jackson. I thought I saw something about that. Burrow is older than Jackson because of the way they got selected in the NFL. I don't know all the details of that, but that's just a fun fact. It's kind of cool. Anyways, so Bengals, of course, they got that great wide receiver trio. You got Jamar Chase, who's the stud rookie, and then you got Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. Burrow, I think he's pretty overrated, but he's there. And then defensively, that front four, man, with Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader, and Trey Hendrickson, they've been doing work. And then Ravens, of course, have won 5 in a row. No Sammy Watkins this week. No Latavius Murray this week. So it's going to be interesting. I think that Le'Veon Bell, I said last week that I thought Bell was going to get a lot of carries. He got more than the Broncos game, but he still didn't get that many. I think this week he might take flight because no Latavius Murray. So who's going to be the number one back? And again, the Ravens don't really have a number one back because they run so many different formations and they feed running backs at different times of convenience. So I think Freeman will get several carries. Bell will get several carries. And then what do we do with Tyson Williams? I don't know. I mean, my guess is we'll probably play him because no Latavius Murray. But as a rookie, Tyson Williams is not the answer. He could be good in the future. Again, he's a rookie, so I got to be generous here. But he's definitely not the number one option right now. He has not been that good. I mean, he's had his nice carries, but he has fumbling issues. He can't pick up a blitz. So I think it's going to be Bell getting a lot of the carries. So I'm really looking forward to that. He flashed last week against the Chargers, got his first touchdown. We'll see what he does this year. This game. So it's in Baltimore, guys. I think this is going to be a good game. I can't wait for it. I think Burrow versus Jackson, that's going to be a great matchup for years to come. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. They're hot right now. I think that they know how to play from behind now. Their defense is coming off their best game of the year. I'm going to go with the Ravens here, guys. Let's go Baltimore 24-20. I think it's going to be surprisingly low scoring. 24-20 Baltimore. Next game, guys, we have the 0-6 Lions at the 5-1 Rams. So, Lions are trash. I mean, yes, they have lost in some close games, but in general, they're just not good. I think that they made a step in getting a decent head coach. I actually think Dan Campbell's a decent coach. But they still have so many holes. Their defense is nothing at all. I love Goff, but he's not that good. He just is ever inconsistent. They don't really have great receivers. Their line's okay, but it's nothing special. So they need to make a lot of moves in the offseason and build up their team because they're just out of control right now. Rams, meanwhile, 5-1. They're looking good. I still think they're a little overrated, but they're still quite good. Stafford really enjoying his new team. He's been, for the most part, doing really well. Defensively, again, not remotely as good as they were last year, but they're still pretty good. It's in LA. I can't see any way the Lions go into LA and win this game. I'm going to go with the Rams here, guys. Let's go with the Rams. 34-17. I don't think it's going to be that close. Next game, guys, we have the 2-4 Eagles at the 4-2 Raiders. So the Raiders, in their first game without John Gruden as the head coach, do well. They go into Denver and win. So we're 3-0, lost 2 in a row, rebounded last week, so that's cool. So they're 4-2. And then the Eagles just aren't good. They don't. Jalen Hurts is not the answer. He's really not. He's okay, but he's nothing special. And I think that in the future they're going to need to get a new quarterback. I don't think that Hurts is going to be the long-term answer. I could be wrong. Maybe he'll flash as he gets older, but I'm skeptical. So the Raiders, offensively they've been back and forth. Defensively they've been back and forth. It kind of seems like they're switching off. It's in LA. And I think the Raiders are going to get this win. So Raiders improving to 5-2. That is something. I could see the Eagles winning this game, but I think the Raiders are going to win. I think they're the better team. They're coming off a win, after 2 rough games. I think they're kind of starting to go back on track. And again, their defense is better than it used to be. And maybe their new coach is a genius. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's in LA, guys. I'm going to go with the Raiders here, guys. Not LA. Las Vegas, I should say. Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders. 27-20. It should be a decent game. I think the Raiders are going to come out on top. Next game, guys, we have the 1-5 Texans at the 6-0 Cardinals. The last undefeated team left. The only undefeated team left. Cardinals. So, offense is looking pretty electric right now. I mean, Kyler Murray off to a very good start. DeAndre Hopkins. A.J. Green has been solid. Christian Kirk. Their offense is really clicking right now. Texans are dumpster fire, as expected. Their first couple games, they actually were okay, but besides that, they're trash. Cardinals. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I still could see them falling off. I'm still delaying judgment on the Cardinals, but I don't know. They're legit, for sure. They're legit. I mean, even if they really tank, they're still going to be like close to 500, I think. So, they're definitely a team to keep an eye on. And then defensively, so they were without Chandler Jones last week. I don't know if they have him back this week. It's interesting because Chandler Jones popped off week 1 against the Titans when they smoked them. Chandler Jones had the game of his life. He had 5 sacks, I think. He absolutely abused Taylor Lewan. That was a show. But apparently ever since then he's done nothing. He's been silent after that game. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's dealing with injuries or whatever, but hopefully Chandler Jones is healthy and he can go back to where he was because the Cardinals need him. And then, of course, J.J. Watt, who, as far as I know, he's been okay. So it's in Arizona, guys. The Texans are trash. I cannot see the Cardinals losing this game. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here, guys, kind of blowing them out 41-14. Next game, guys, we have the 3-3 Bears at the 5-1 Buccaneers. Don't ask me why this is the nationally televised CBS game. I have no idea. First off, it's two NFC teams, and it's gonna be a blowout. Like I don't really get this. So that kind of revealed my pick. I don't see this game being close, guys. The Bears are hanging on by a thin thread. I don't believe in the Bears at all. I don't think they have a good coach. I don't think Nagy's a very good coach. Justin Fields, maybe he's a solid QB for the future, but as a rookie, I don't think he's going to get it done this year. Their offensive line isn't very good. And last week when they lost to the Packers, I mean, it's just, yeah, I mean, they have their moments, but Fields just misses people. And again, he's a rookie, and I get that, but he's clearly not going to carry them to the playoffs this year. Defensively, they're pretty good, but again, they get tired because their offense can't stay on the field, and it's not quite as strong as it used to be, I don't think. Losing Kyle Fuller really hurts. So, Bucks, meanwhile, 5-1. They're clicking on all cylinders. The only loss was to the Rams. Besides that, they've been doing really, really well. Offense is clicking. Defense has had its consistency issues, but in general, it's been good. It's in Tampa Bay, guys. I don't think this game's going to be that close. I think the Bucs will roll right by them. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay here, guys. 35-21. Next game, guys, this is our Sunday night football game. We have the 2-4 Colts at the 2-3 Niners. So I think the Niners are coming off a bye. Colts, 2-4. Not doing well. I think they're coming off a win last week against the Texans, was it? So that's cool, I guess. And again, they were very close to being 3-3, but couldn't hang on to the Ravens. Niners, meanwhile, got off to a great start. They were 2-0. They've lost 3 in a row. So the bye was kind of perfect. After losing 3 in a row, you need a bye to kind of regroup. So maybe they are regrouped by now. And as far as I know, Jimmy Garoppolo is still a starting quarterback. It's just Trey Lance comes in on certain plays to run like quarterback options. It's kind of the same way the Ravens used Lamar Jackson in the first half of 2018, where Flacco was the main quarterback, but Jackson came in on certain plays to carry the ball before taking over when Flacco got hurt. So it's in San Francisco. It's Sunday Night Football. I think the Niners will get this win. Again, coming off the bye. As far as I know, they're pretty healthy. At least, as far as I know. I don't think the Colts are that good. I really don't. Their defense is not as good right now. It's been struggling, and Wentz is as inconsistent as it gets. I'm going to go with the Niners here, guys. Let's go 24-17. Last game, guys, this is our Monday Night Football game, NFC Showdown. We have the 3-2 Saints at the 2-4 Seahawks. So, Seahawks, man, they were 2-0. Actually, no, they weren't. They were about to be 2-0, but they somehow choked to the Titans. I don't know. Seahawks are not looking good. They're coming off the loss of the Steelers. That was a good game, actually, to be fair. But, of course, no Russell Wilson. It's Geno Smith leading the charge. Saints, meanwhile, have been very back and forth. They've had their good games. They've had their bad games. I still think the Saints are the better team. And again, it's Jameis Winston against Geno Smith. But Geno Smith as the backup, I'm not going to take him over the Saints. And I just don't think the Seahawks are that good. Their defense really isn't that good. It's not trash, but it's not as good as it used to be. And then the Saints, again, very up and down, but I think in general they're the better overall team. And hey, I mean, their offense, I think in general, has been doing pretty well. They don't, of course, know Michael Thomas. I guess it doesn't matter. They've been having other weapons contribute. And of course, Alvin Kamara when he's healthy. And then receivers, I don't really think they have any great receivers besides Michael Thomas, who's not even playing, but they're getting the job done. And then, of course, Taysom Hill, who they can use for literally everything. I'm going to go with the Saints here, guys. I think they're the better all-around team. The Seahawks are in big trouble right now. They're cold. I'm going to go with the Saints here, guys. 31-24. And, guys, that is going to do it for my game picks for Week 7 of the 2021 NFL season. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I am out. Peace out. Have a great night, everyone, and enjoy the games tomorrow. I will see you after the Ravens game.